What's up, beautiful people? I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. We are back at it again with another video. So, today, once again, we will be talking about the most important thing, which is life. life. Boy, I tell you, life isn't easy. Life isn't hard. You know, we're gonna always face challenges. That's the one thing I can definitely say. We definitely will always face challenges in this lifetime. But what I really wanted to bring up this point about is how we see everything's just changing, right? It went from how it used to be to how it is now, and how all the rules and the regulations are changing, and how so many people's lives have drastically shifted. You know, some for the better, some for the worse. And we now see that certain workers, governmental workers, are now having to be, I wouldn't say forced, but I would say they're obligated to take such, X, Y, and Z. I'm not gonna really say it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They have to take it now. So imagine being in those people's shoes. You spent years and years of your money because you went to college and you had to invest into it either while you was in school or when you came out of school, and for you to spend all that money and now for you to be have your back against the wall to make a decision if you want to choose to do something or if you don't, and that just shows you, like, I know that might seem like, dang, that's a bad situation, but if I was in that situation, I would look at it as like, maybe the life I'm living is the plan that I created, and it's not really aligned to how I'm really supposed to go about it. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people are now wanting to be entrepreneurs, and they're leaving their jobs and doing all these things, and that's amazing. And you see it more at a heighten now than before. It's because why? Things have shifted. So it's like there's good in the bad if you look at it. Because things changed and shifted, it made people change and shift in another perspective of how they want to live their life or go about their income or their finance, right? So you see how it goes from one plan, and you're being pushed against the wall, you're back against the wall because of the changes in the world. And now you're forced to sit back and be like, what is it that I enjoy doing? What is my purpose? What am I really supposed to be doing here? Like, yeah, I get up and I go to work and I pay these bills and stuff like that, but look at how many hours I was giving to myself. You know what I mean? This is the conversation that these individuals are most likely having with themselves. I would hope that the hours that they gave to themselves, I mean, to these company, they could have gave to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And now you see the paradigm shift in people, and people are really willing to do that boss position. Now people are saying, you drive around, you go and you see, oh, now hiring, now hiring, now hiring. Because nobody is going to be sitting in there um giving their time and their energy away to these companies anymore. And that is exactly what it is. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of people are at a position where they have woken up, in a sense. They are at a position where they're willing to say, hey, I don't want to. I'm already in a position where a lot of people are, people are passing away and people are getting sick and stuff like that. Now people are starting to open their eyes and say, hey, time is short. I'd rather use my time to pursue a dream or or my purpose then offer it to these companies, and all they're doing is living freely, having great times, and while other people are slaving away. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to like say, seeing the good even in the bad. You know what I mean? Like we always look at the bad and be like, damn, why this happened? But there has to be some type of good that's coming from that bad, because now we see what? More people in leadership positions, more people wanting to be in leadership positions. And that's a beautiful thing. Because if you really think about it, how many hours do you have in a week? You know? We have 168 hours in a week. Now, if you do the math and you sit down and you calculate how much of those hours you spend sleeping, you spend working for someone, if you're working for on someone's clock, um and that other in between time, which, if you're a person who, you work out and you go to the gym, you got to count those hours too. If you have your personal hobbies that you like to do on the side, you got to count those hours. And then that is how much time, that leftover time, you have for you. See, we give so much of our time to companies for swap of dollars, and we're sitting here tired, working and working and working. And there's levels to it though, because you have to understand the problem first in order to address the problem. You can't be thinking that, oh, I'm going to just fix the problem. No, you have to understand the problem. So the foundation is to understand the problem. Then the second thing too is to raise the level of thinking, which is like, okay, why do I have to work tirelessly? Okay? But that's a whole nother video. My whole entire point is, a lot of individuals are now in the journey of their life where they are allowing themselves to walk with God. You see it now. A lot of people are self-aware. Well, from what I can see, the conversations and stuff like that, I see that a lot of people are more self-aware now than before. And it's because a lot of people have been put in a position that made them feel uncomfortable. And sometimes you have to feel uncomfortable for you to actually do something. Because if you feel like you're in a great position in life and you never want to improve on it, you're defeating the purpose. The purpose here is to experience. The purpose here is to challenge. The purpose here is to be connected to God. And the most importantly is to stand in your truth. Standing in your truth meaning, what gifts have God given to you that you are naturally given to use to your community, to the world, to whatever form you're supposed to be delivering it in. Okay? That is what it is. It's a beautiful, because you see a lot of people who are out in the community helping people who are losing their homes and don't really have much to eat. You do see people out in the community helping other people. So we have, as a whole, have elevated significantly. We do see it. And that's the beautiful thing. But we shouldn't have to always wait till when we get uncomfortable for us to change. You get it? We shouldn't have to wait for when things go bad for us to say, hey, I'm going to set those goals and I'm going to accomplish it. And most importantly, what I would say is, whatever plans that anyone ever are going to pursue, include whoever you believe in. If you believe in God, include God. I believe in God. So I would include God into my conversations, my dreams, my wishes, my plans, because that is my security, to make sure that I have that, how can I say, alignment in my favor. And it's, if whoever you believe in, however you believe, is up to you, but whatever works for you. You have to believe into something. You can't walk in this world and have wondrously eyes and don't know where you are coming or going. You have to have some sense of direction. When you put an address in a GPS, you're not gonna just say, "Oh, GPS, take me anywhere." You're gonna put the address in because that's where you're trying to go. That's what you have to do. You don't have to use religion, but I'm a firm believer of God, so I'm gonna use God as my God plan versus my plan. But it could just be life versus you. You know what I mean? Whichever how you want to apply it. But the whole importance of this video is to understand that involve what you believe in to your dreams and go ahead and work towards it. You can't, a lot of us, we have dreams and hopes and aspirations and we don't work towards it. We have one bad week or we have one bad day and we just give up and we feel like, oh, that's it. I'm done for. It's not in my favor. It's not. Well, you thinking that and you speaking that is what's causing that blockage, not nobody else. We are our own hinder. We hinder ourselves on so many levels. It's ridiculous sometimes. We see all these celeb. What's the difference between Beyonce and anybody else? What's the difference between Rihanna and anyone else? No, don't get me wrong. I love those ladies, especially Rihanna. I do. Shout out to Rihanna. She's amazing. Okay, she's a boss. But anyways, um, but what is the difference? The only difference is not their appearance, not how much money they have in their bank account, but their belief. Did they believe in themselves and their creator and the fact that they came here to create and leave impression on us? How do we know these people's name? Because they created, they stand into their power and they listen to what their calling was. Because we have multiple callings, we can do multiple things. We don't have to do one thing, we can do multiple things. They listened to their calling and they allowed it to become their reality. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. You don't have to have talent. People always think, oh, I have to sound like them, I have to look like them. No, be you. You will fit wherever you're supposed to be. And you will be that Rihanna to that group. You will be that Beyonce to that group. You get it? And that's the mindset. That's the mindset when we're understanding life and accepting things, because sometimes things are not going to go as we plan. Look at all these people who planned their whole entire life to be in that job description, that job position, and look at them now. They're in a position where they're being told, well, you have to have X, Y, and Z done in order for you to be able to finish conducting your job that you paid your education for. You know what I'm saying? Like that is exactly what I'm saying. We have to learn to just see how life is always gonna present itself. It's always gonna be unpredicted events. You know what I'm saying? Things you're not gonna know. You're never gonna know. But you can have understanding that, okay, this is how life is. Let me set my life up in a way where I can have it a little bit more smoother. Not gonna be 100% easy, but it'll be more smoother. And that's the goal. The goal is to make things smoother for you. Nobody wants to live in a life of lack and struggle and worry and stress and all those type of things. I don't know about you, but I only want to live in peace. I ain't got time. No one has time for all the other stuff, man. The world is already angry. The world already have a whole bunch of things going on it. So why would you want that in your own environment? You are an important role in your life. Whatever you want, you can have. You think it, you shall have it. And it's simple as it is, but you have to align yourself with your creator in order to have understanding of what's going on. Because to be honest with you, when you're aligned with the creator, you hear things through different people, through different conversations, and you're like, wow, is that message or that conversation for me? And that's alignment, that's intuition, that's allowing you to be more than just the physical. That allows you to be spiritual. You know, in the end, it's just that simple. It's not as complicated as people make it seem. People make it seem more extreme than it really need to be. but it's really not, you know? So I, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to just say on here. I did watch a movie, and it's called Soul, and that movie was really nice. I liked it. It was really cool because it was about life, and it was about this guy who had a job that he enjoyed the job, but because he liked to help others, but he didn't really enjoy the job because he wasn't pursuing his dreams. What was making him happy? And I hope this is not a spoiler alert for anybody. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I just realized that as I'm halfway telling about the movie, I'm like, wait a minute. What if somebody's like, yo, come on, why are you telling me? But I'm pretty sure you didn't watch, you didn't even know, probably didn't know about the movie, or you didn't know about the movie, you know? But I'm telling you like a snippet. You still should still go watch it. Anyway, okay. Sorry that I'm spoiling anybody's movie. But Soul is a really good movie. So he okay, so yeah, he's unhappy with his job as a school teacher, music school teacher, and he's like, I think like 40 something, like 40, let's say 46. He's 46 years old and he's unhappy with his job as a musical school teacher, and he always wanted to just pursue his career as like a musician, right? So throughout his life, he does do that. Like it's not like he don't do that at all, but it's just like he never got his big shot. He never got his chance to, you know, be on center stage, you might say, right? So irony is so funny, right? So the day that he gets his big chance out of nowhere because one of his fellow students grew up, became a musician. Don't laugh at me. I mess up on that word, you guys. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. A musical artist. He's his fellow student, a musical artist, and he invites him to a big play with a well-renowned singer. So, and this singer he has wanted to do and like a performance with her forever. So here's the irony. So the same day he got that opportunity to be able to get the invitation, he dies. Right? You're like, what? Yes, he dies. He absolutely falls down like a hole, or like, what is a sewer? Like he falls down a sewer. So he falls down the sewer, and then he goes into his other realm of reality, which is basically he's on the other side. So long story short, he spends countless time, like he spends his time countlessly helping this one other soul find their spark. And I think that was so cool. Like whoever came up with that concept, I like that. Like, see, people, adults, make life so technical. It's just like when we're little and we're excited, or if you never had that type of excitement, you still can have that excitement as an adult. But don't get it wrong, you create healthy boundaries in life. But when I say that excitement, meaning when it comes to your creativity of you being you and you being, you know, comfortable with yourself. That's what I mean. I don't mean be a kid out in the world, because we obviously know people out here in the world is something else, and you gotta stand up firm with when you deal with people. But what I'm saying is when it comes to you thinking about highly about yourself and becoming creative or being in that creative element, be like a big kid, you know? Look at the simple way that they broke it down in this movie. He had to help another soul find their spark. And how they designed it in the movie was they had like this little circle thing on their belly, and like there's like 4 little pieces, and you have to fill it in. So like 3 of the pieces are filled in, and it was like one last piece, and that last piece was their spark. So the guy, he had to help this soul, which the soul was so funny. I don't remember the actress who was, I think it's Jamie Foxx is the guy, but the woman, the little soul, I don't know who that is. But they're funny. You get a chance, you guys, go check this movie out. It's really nice movie. So I'm gonna cut it short. So he goes out and he helps this soul, and throughout this whole entire journey, they're bonding. Like he's like telling the soul, listen, because okay, all the people before this soul, they were all trying to like drill it into the soul, the little soul. I'm gonna call it the little soul. They try to drill into a little soul and make a little soul find its spark. But Jamie Foxx is different. He didn't want to help the little soul. He wanted to help himself. That's what made him be different. That was the weirdest. That was a twist to the movie because he wasn't really wanting to help. He wanted to help himself because he wanted to get back to life so he can be able to go and perform. Remember, he just died, and his life just started at the age of 46. So think of it like this: how many people spend their hours and days and years not doing, or let me switch it up. How many people spend their hours and days and years thinking about what they want to do? A lot of people, huh? Yes, a lot of people spend a lot of time dreaming, fantasizing, hoping and wishing, and one day it's gonna just fall from the sky. You know? Those type of dreams. No, that's not how it really works, okay? Sorry to pop your bubble, boop! But in reality, you have to work hard. And yes, you're gonna get some cuts and some bruises, and you're gonna get frustrated, and you'll be like, man, I don't got time for this. But anything that comes easy is not worth having. And what thrill would you get if everything was simple? Right? Life has to have that salt and sugar, you know, that opposite polarity. Sometimes it's salty, but then sometimes it could be sweet. And some people like the salt, and some people don't like the sweet. You see how it is? That's how life is. So he really wanted to get back to Earth to get to his big opportunity. So that is why that little soul was like, okay, I'll help you. I don't want to go to Earth. You want to go to Earth. I want to stay here. I'll help you. So they go on this journey together. And throughout this journey, he's helping the little soul because he can't take the sticker off of her and put it on himself. She has to keep it on. So they have to work together. So they go to Earth. And then once they go to Earth, he starts helping her find her spark. He helps her find her spark by introducing her to things that he liked. And it was so crazy because when you watch the movie, what I saw in the movie is what might seem overlooked to us can seem so fascinating to somebody else. What one person might overlook and appreciate, overlook and don't appreciate, another person might appreciate it. And that's what we saw. And that's what Jamie Foxx saw through his eyes. And then the little soul saw life. And that's how the little soul got its spark. Saw life. It experienced life. It got to see, smell, taste, feel, touch. And that was the beauty of what the little soul experienced. And Jamie Foxx got to see the opposite polarity of that, which was seeing how others Oh my God. Un momento. Tongue is tied. He got a chance to see how others appreciated life. There I go. I knew I was gonna say it. Kind of got twisted a little bit, but it came out. And that was the beauty of the movie Soul. That was the beauty of it. That from what I saw. So if anybody, have watched that movie, you know, let me know what you guys think. Like, I really did enjoy it, and I feel like it kind of ties into us now as adults, because in that movie it showed you that we can wait until we're at a certain age and we finally get that position. What if that's it? That same day you gone out of here, you checking out, you be like, wait a minute, I spent 46 years dreaming for this. I mean, I was right there. I can smell it. I can taste it. And it's right at your hand. So the whole point I'm trying to make is don't wait. Start creating momentum, movement. Try creating plans and structure to what life you want to create, but most importantly, include God into it. Ask Him, what do you think? Analyze yourself sometimes. What are you good at? What do you think your purpose is here? What common denominator do you see that you have in each pattern? Like, okay, I noticed that people gravitate towards me for counseling, or people gravitate me for my baking, or people gravitate towards me for research purposes. Whatever it may be, that is where your, how can I say, treasure. That's where, how can I say, where maybe your purpose may lie. But I will always include God into it and pray and ask Him, hey, what do you think? I have this idea. I'm going to go ahead and pursue it. Boom. Pray on it. Have faith. Just do it. You can create, you can have whatever you want. You got to just have that belief that it will be done. And if it'll be amazing if it could be something that can help others too. That would be amazing. Where you can help uplift others and encourage others, or whatever you're into. Because, not everybody, some people, like, to me, I care for others. Meaning, I appreciate that type of importance. No, I know that it has importance, meaning how the value of others. But to some people, they don't really care. So each of us know who we are, right? We know what fits. I'm speaking in general. So you know what fits for you, what works for you. But my whole point is stand in your power. We shouldn't have to wait until now when our back is pushed against the wall with this whole situation going on in our world for us to say, hey, now I want to be a business owner. You knew you wanted to be a business owner since back way then. You knew that. You knew that was your dream and your aspiration. But you say, you gonna go get a quick job real quick, stack some money, and then you got lost in the sauce through the time, and then now 5, 10 years later, now you're back at where you were 10 years ago, where you were 10 years younger. So what I'm saying is, I'm proud of everybody who is standing in their power, for one. I'd rather now than never. I'm a person like that. People always say you shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I'm a firm believer when things happen is when it's supposed to happen. So, for those people who are now standing in a position where they're saying, hey, I'm not going to be giving my hours away to someone, company, or dream anymore. Now I'm going to offer it to myself. Kudos to you guys. I'm proud. I'm proud. Most importantly, remember, whenever you feel like things are not happening or going the way they're supposed to, take a nice deep breath and say, God, I know this is your plan. Because don't worry about it. Walk by faith, not by sight. The world could be on fire. You don't give a damn. Keep pressing forward. You don't see nothing. You don't see nobody on the left, and you don't see nobody on the right. You know you got a mission. You know you gotta go ahead and handle that mission, and that's what it's gonna be. And that is when you think like that, man, ain't nobody, just nothing. I won't say nobody, ain't nothing can stop that progress that you have. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. No matter what. That's the beauty. You have that power. We all got that power. We always idolize these celebrities like, oh, they got something more special. No, they're no different. They're just someone who is willing to stand up and say, hey, I got this dream. They include most likely their creator if they believe in that, and then they pursued it. They went ahead and pursued it. And just, and sometimes life just turns out how it's supposed to be. You might have went to school to be a lawyer, but you're really meant to be a motivational speaker. Or you might have went to school to be a dentist, but you're really meant to be into bakery or something like that, or open up a old folks home. It's like anything can happen. Just what my whole point is, go with the flow. Allow life to be how it is, but also understand who you are and where you're going, and don't lose your sight off the prize, which is you. Standing firm in your power that God has given you. That is the prize. That's what you're aiming for. That's what you should be aiming for. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am out. I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.